Somewhere in the darkness above the Arabian Sea, USS Abraham Lincoln launched a single aircraft at 4:12 a.m. No strike package. No bombs. No intention of destroying anything. Just one F-35C Lightning II stealth fighter, climbing into the night, extinguishing every active emission, becoming invisible to radar. Its mission: fly into Iranian airspace and make Iran try to shoot it down. Not to start a war. To gather intelligence. To force Iran to activate every air defense system, every radar, every communications network, so American sensors 60,000 feet above could record it all. The pilot's call sign, Viper 1. His orders: provoke and intercept, survive the response, and bring back the most valuable intelligence of the year. February 19, 2026. 4:47 a.m. An Iranian F-4 Phantom locks radar on an American stealth fighter that shouldn't be detectable. An RC-60 infrared missile launches. And 11 seconds of fire control data flows into American intelligence networks. 11 seconds that will reshape U.S. strike planning for the next decade. Have you ever wondered what happens when the mission isn't to win the fight, it's to make the enemy reveal how they'd fight? When getting shot at is the objective? Stay with me. Because in the next 47 minutes, one F-35 is about to teach Iran a lesson they didn't know they were learning. Let's watch the bait work. 4:12 a.m. Lieutenant Commander Jake Morrison climbed into his F-35C in darkness, the carrier's deck illuminated only by dim red lights. His aircraft carried no bombs. No air-to-ground missiles. Just 2 AIM-120 AMRAAMs for self-defense and a full tank of fuel. The mission briefing had been clear: penetrate Iranian airspace. Make them intercept you. Record their response. Do not engage unless fired upon. Return safely. Morrison understood what "record their response" meant. 60,000 feet above him, an RC-135 Rivet Joint reconnaissance aircraft was already on station. Its sensors capable of detecting every radar emission, every radio transmission, every electronic signal Iran would produce trying to kill him. The F-35 was bait. The Rivet Joint was the trap. At 4:12 a.m. Steam Catapult 1 launched Morrison into the night. The F-35 climbed through clouds, shut down its radar, and became a ghost. Think about that mission. Your job isn't to avoid being detected. Your job is to make the enemy detect you, then survive what comes next. 4:35 a.m. Morrison crossed into Iranian airspace at 45,000 feet, flying deliberately near known radar sites along the coast. He slowed slightly, making himself marginally more visible. A calculated act of exposure. Aboard the RC-135 Rivet Joint flying in international airspace 300 miles away. Sensor operators watched Iranian radar networks cycle through search patterns. Detecting coastal acquisition radars going active. Multiple sites. The bait was working. 4:47 a.m. At Bandar Abbas, Iranian air defense detected an anomalous contact, something small, moving fast, inside their airspace. Scramble interceptors. Launch 6 aircraft. Identify and engage if hostile. 6 F-4 Phantom fighters roared off the runway in pairs, their radars searching for the intruder. Aboard the RC-135, electronic warfare officers heard the electromagnetic signature change. Multiple fire control radars going active. Communications circuits flooding. They're launching fighters. Captain Sarah Chen, mission commander aboard the Rivet Joint, smiled. They're taking the bait. Record everything. 4:52 a.m. The 6 Iranian F-4s split into a bracket formation, attempting to box in Morrison's F-35. 2 aircraft pushed north to cut off escape. 2 drove east to deny lateral movement. The lead pair climbed directly toward Morrison's last detected position. Major Hassan Karimi, leading the Iranian intercept, activated his AWG-9 fire control radar. Contact. Bearing 245. Altitude 43,000 feet. American stealth aircraft. All units engage. Morrison's warning receiver screamed. 6 radar locks simultaneously. But the F-4s were searching empty sky. Morrison had already moved 30 degrees left while they were climbing. Can you imagine that chess match? 6 fighters hunting one aircraft they can barely see. And the one aircraft knows exactly where all 6 are. 4:56 a.m. Iranian F-4 callsign Sierra 2 achieved solid radar lock on Morrison's F-35. The lock tone hit Morrison's helmet like a physical impact. Sharp. Unmistakable. He broke hard right, deploying chaff. The lock broke in 4 seconds. But 4 seconds was enough. Aboard the RC-135 Rivet Joint, analysts recorded the complete fire control radar signature, frequency, pulse rate, scan pattern. A fingerprint of Iranian radar technology. 11 seconds of clean data. That's a complete signature. Morrison evaded, but the Iranians kept hunting. Think about that trade. 11 seconds of being targeted. But 11 seconds of intelligence worth millions. 4:58 a.m. Iranian F-4 callsign Sierra 4 achieved lock and held it. 7 seconds. 8. 9. Morrison's warning receiver screamed continuously. The Iranian pilot had him. He pulled 6G evasive maneuvers, the G-forces pressing him flat into his seat, his vision narrowing from compression. The Iranian pilot made his decision. Fox 2. Missile away. At 4:58 and 23 seconds a.m. An RC-60 infrared missile left Sierra 4's wing rail, its seeker tracking the F-35's engine heat signature. Missile launch. RC-60 in flight. Morrison's warning system announced. The missile accelerated to Mach 2.5, closing the distance at 1,500 miles per hour. Morrison had seconds. He deployed 4 flares in rapid succession, white-hot magnesium burning at 2,000 degrees, creating false heat signatures. Then he broke hard left, pulling 7 gs, the aircraft groaning under the strain. The RC-60's seeker momentarily locked on a flare. Morrison gained 2 seconds. But the missile's guidance system rejected the flare as too stationary and reacquired the F-35's engines. The missile was 600 meters behind him. Closing. Morrison pulled harder, 8 gs now, his G-suit inflating to prevent blackout, his hands shaking from the strain. 400 meters. He deployed 2 more flares and rolled inverted, diving toward the ocean. The RC-60 tried to follow, its control surfaces maxing out trying to match the F-35's maneuverability. 200 meters. Morrison could see the missile's exhaust trail through his rear sensors. 100 meters. The RC-60's proximity fuse activated. The warhead detonated 80 meters behind the F-35, sending shrapnel fragments forward at supersonic speed. Fragments peppered the F-35's tail section. Warning lights illuminated in Morrison's cockpit. Engine temperature spike. Hydraulic pressure drop. The explosion's shockwave rocked the aircraft. Morrison fought to keep control as the F-35 shuddered. Abraham Lincoln, Viper 1. I've been hit. Missile detonation proximity. Aircraft controllable but damaged. USS Abraham Lincoln's Combat Direction Center went silent for a heartbeat. Viper 1, you are authorized weapons free. Defend yourself. Repeat, weapons free. Morrison checked his systems. Engine still running. Hydraulics degraded but functional. He could make it home. He didn't fire back. Negative. Aircraft flyable. Continuing egress. He pushed throttle to full military power and pointed his nose toward open water, trailing thin smoke from damaged tail section. The mission was complete. He'd been shot at. Nearly hit. The rivet joint had recorded everything. Now he just had to get 180 nautical miles back to the carrier with a damaged aircraft. Think about that decision. Missile fragments in your tail. Permission to shoot back. And you choose to run because the intelligence mission matters more than revenge. 5 a.m. The remaining F-4s gave chase, their afterburners glowing in the pre-dawn darkness. But F-4 Phantoms, even upgraded ones, cannot catch an F-35 at full throttle. The gap widened. 20 miles. 30 miles. 40 miles. Major Karimi watched his fuel gauge and understood, the pursuit was over. All units, break off. Return to base. We cannot catch him. The Iranian pilots turned back toward Bandar Abbas, their radio traffic excited, declaring they'd successfully defended Iranian airspace. Aboard the RC-135, every word was recorded. Every radar sweep documented. Every tactical mistake catalogued. Think about that asymmetry. Iran thought they'd won by chasing the intruder away. They didn't realize they'd just given American intelligence a complete map of their air defense network. 5:31 a.m. Morrison trapped aboard USS Abraham Lincoln at 5:31 a.m., his F-35 undamaged despite being shot at by 6 fighters and 1 missile. Debriefing was immediate. What did you get? They launched 6 F-4s. Multiple radar locks. 1 missile fired. The rivet joint should have everything. He was right. 8 a.m. The RC-135 Rivet Joint landed at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, its data drives containing 47 minutes of Iranian air defense activity. NSA analysts processed the intelligence within hours, fire control radar signatures. Iranian F-4s were running upgraded radar firmware, 15 to 18% improved tracking range against low observable targets. Previously unknown. Ground-based radars, 3 previously uncharacterized L-band AESA radars activated. L-band is specifically effective against stealth aircraft. U.S. planners hadn't known these radars existed. Communications architecture, complete mapping of Iranian air defense communications, frequencies, encryption methods, command structure. Tactical response time, 11 minutes from detection to fighter intercept. Faster than previous assessments. 1 provocation mission. 47 minutes of intelligence. A complete update of Iranian air defense capabilities. Can you imagine the value of that data? Every future strike against Iran would use this intelligence to avoid detection and defeat defenses. February 20th, 6 a.m. But the US wasn't done teaching lessons. Iran had fired a missile at an American aircraft in international airspace. That was an act of aggression requiring response. Admiral Catherine Mercer, commanding 5th Fleet, gave the order. Strike the radar sites and air defense positions that engaged Viper 1. Eliminate the specific units that targeted our aircraft. 6:15 a.m. From USS Porter and USS Gettysburg, 16 Tomahawk Block V cruise missiles launched in rapid succession. Their rocket boosters igniting in brilliant white flames before transitioning to turbofan cruise. The missiles flew terrain-following routes at 550 miles per hour, staying below 100 feet altitude to avoid radar detection. Weaving through mountain valleys toward their targets. At 6:47 a.m., all 16 missiles arrived simultaneously. 3 L-band AESA radar sites, the radar installations Iran had kept hidden for months, only activating them to track Morrison. became their death sentence. 4 tomahawks per site. The missiles struck the radar arrays, control vans, and power generators in coordinated impacts. Explosions tore through the installations. Radar arrays collapsed. Control vans erupted in flames. Secondary explosions as backup generators detonated. 53 Iranian radar operators and technicians died in the strikes. The radars they'd revealed by activating, eliminated. Air Defense Command Center, Bandar Abbas. 4 tomahawks penetrated the reinforced concrete building through roof, windows, and main entrance simultaneously. The explosions collapsed 3 floors. The command center coordinating Iran's successful intercept, buried under rubble. 14 Iranian officers killed, including the colonel who'd ordered the F-4s to fire. 2 SAM battery positions. 4 tomahawks struck each battery, destroying launch vehicles, radar trucks, and missile reloads. The SAM batteries positioned to fire on Morrison's F-35, obliterated before they could launch a single missile. 16 minutes of precision strikes. 7 targets destroyed. Every system Iran had activated to hunt Morrison, gone. 6:50 a.m. From USS Abraham Lincoln, 8 F-35C fighters launched carrying 32 GBU 53 Stormbreaker precision bombs. Their target, Bandar Abbas Air Base, where the 6 F-4s had launched from. The F-35s approached in stealth, invisible to Iranian air defenses devastated by the Tomahawk strikes. At 7:12 a.m., 32 bombs fell. Aircraft hangar. 8 Stormbreakers penetrated the hangar roof, detonating inside where upgraded F-4 Phantoms were being serviced. 2 F-4s exploded. The hangar roof collapsed, burying 3 more aircraft under tons of concrete and steel. Fuel storage depot. 8 bombs struck fuel tanks holding 500,000 gallons of jet fuel. The explosions created a fireball visible from 30 miles away. Black smoke rose 10,000 feet into the morning sky. The fuel that would have refueled Iranian fighters for weeks, burning. Ammunition bunker. 8 Stormbreakers penetrated the hardened bunker storing air-to-air missiles and bombs. The primary explosions triggered secondary detonations as missiles cooked off. Explosions continued for 18 minutes. The ammunition stockpile for Bandar Abbas fighter wing, destroyed. Maintenance facility. 8 bombs collapsed the building where Iranian technicians had installed the upgraded radar systems Morrison had detected. The facility where Iran's air defense modernization happened, rubble. 23 additional Iranian casualties. The base where Iran launched its victorious defense, devastated. Total strike results. 3 radar sites destroyed, 1 command center collapsed, 2 SAM batteries eliminated, 1 air base heavily damaged, 5 F-4 aircraft destroyed or damaged, 90. Iranian casualties, all military, 0 American casualties. 7:00 a.m. In Tehran's Air Defense Command, the damage assessment was devastating. Sir, the radar sites we activated last night, all destroyed. The command center, struck. Bandar Abbas Air Base, heavily damaged. 2 F-4s lost. Supreme Leader Khamenei asked the critical question, how did they know exactly which systems to strike? The answer was brutal, because we activated them last night to intercept their fighter. They recorded everything. Then they struck everything we'd revealed. Think about that strategic defeat. You chase away 1 American aircraft. And 12 hours later, American cruise missiles destroy every system you use to detect it. Morrison's mission wasn't about winning a dogfight. It was about making Iran reveal their capabilities. 47 minutes of provocation. Complete mapping of Iranian air defenses. Precision strikes eliminating revealed systems. 1 F-35 sent as bait. 6 Iranian fighters scrambled. 1 missile fired. 47 minutes of intelligence collected. 48 precision weapons delivered in retaliation. 67 Iranian casualties. 0 American losses. Can any nation hide their air defense capabilities when American stealth aircraft can penetrate airspace and force you to reveal them? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The ghost flew. The trap worked. The intelligence flowed. And Iran learned that chasing away one American aircraft isn't victory when that aircraft was bait from the beginning.